Hi, I'm Lisa Smith.
And I'm Jason Clark, and we're from Minds at Work. And today we want to talk about the creative process, specifically that really complicated journey from ideal to real.
People seem to be great in the ideal space and maybe struggle a little in the real space. Some people are great in the real space, but that big creative idea, it's kind of a struggle for them.
I think the thing is that the creative process actually is a little bit sort of contradictory in that it requires tremendous creativity, but it also requires practicality. You need to be an idealist. You also need to be a little bit of a realist. You need to be a dreamer. You need to be a skeptic. If you want to do anything more than just have ideas, you require quite an interesting mix of different thinking styles. And I've met very few people who can do the whole lot by themselves, which I guess has always been our approach to creativity. How do you start to use the psychodiversity of the people around you? If creativity is easy for you, then you don't need any tools, but getting organized and prioritizing and getting stuff done, you might need some help with. So you're really augmenting, you're adding tools where there's a gap.
In our first session, which is called Crisis to Creativity, but it's really around, what that process to get from the first idea or
could simply be opportunity.
Yeah.
You see a possibility here, or perhaps there's something in you that just wants to come out. We have all sorts of reasons to get to creativity, and I guess we chose crisis to creativity as like, well, that would be the worst place to start, but even that is a tremendous catalyst for invention.
Yeah, I know they're going to do some North Star thinking before they've met with us. So they'll be on board already for this. But we'd love them also to have in their mind, what's the need that they think that they are fulfilling?
You and I have seen this with a lot of businesses where they'll say, Lisa, how do we make people want what it is that we've got?
Yeah.
And I can smell the death in that sentence. You're saying, how do we market or promote or somehow get people interested in my services and my skills and my discipline? I don't think that's a way forward. I think that's circling the drain. Sometimes they'll say, why don't we go out and ask people what they want? Okay, that's a little bit better, but people don't necessarily know what they want, and what they want changes, and that's not necessarily a good basis for a business. You could become just following a fashion. They want this, and next week they don't want that. You make your money on pet rocks, and then you're broke. Is that really what this was about? People wanted the Macarena for quite some time, and they can't stand it. So I think, what do people want? I don't find that very useful, but you could market researchers will tell you that's the way to go. I don't think that's the way to go. So the next level up is you say, what do people need? That's better. Because if you said, what is it that people need? If you start thinking, how do I connect my creativity to a genuine need in the community, in the market, in the society, on the planet, you're getting a little bit closer to something which I think is sustainable, because now you're giving people what is actually required. And for me, the ultimate question is, what are people going to need next? Yeah. That's my favorite question, because now you're ahead of the need. That's the place to be, I think.
And it's not that hard to find this stuff out. I think you've just got to pay attention to where people are now, maybe think about where they were 10 or 20 years ago, and then start projecting forwards. There's some really cool examples of where communities have been able to tap into that kind of thing. And now I'm going to bang on about my community, Jay. Sorry.
Oh, please do. I was hoping you'd bang on about your community.
Okay. I'm going to bang on about Gurgari, which is in northern Victoria, and it's one of those little towns, population of 200, that back in its day was quite a thriving little metropolis. 15 years through a massive drought, and you're a dairy farming community and you've lost everything. But the community started realising that what it was that they were missing was each other. Where in its search for solving the social connectivity issue was they discovered music. They've made musical instruments for their orchestra, and they've made them out of tin cans, they've made them out of car bonnets, old plastic milk jugs, they've made them out of old teacups.
Glockenspiel made out of fire extinguishers. Thought that was sensational.
Yeah, so it's getting a whole group of people involved and unleashing their creative processes in that particular way. But they also make music together. It has performed over in Nathalia. They've gone and done a performance. They've even played at Deakin Edge in the city as part of Melbourne Music Week. What they've done is very cool. And the beautiful thing is that they keep coming back together again and again and again. It's a self-sustaining idea because people are connecting while they do it.
For me, that's the ultimate capacity of this thing. You know, our ability to invent and create is the most transformative thing there is about us. And it isn't just about the expression of feeling. It can be about the transformation of our world. And that's, to me, that's what gets me excited.
Can you see how if you were able to connect your creativity with something that was helping a problem at that level, can you see how powerful it could be?
Yeah, yeah. Like no pressure, but I think where there's real happiness, I think where you find real happiness and meaning and discover the true power of your creativity is when you think beyond, I'm going to make a product or I'm going to make a project. I know I'm actually going to make a change. That's what I want. A creative industry is looking for that idea that actually the benefits can be scaled up and shared with more than just the creator.
Wonderful. Okay, so if people come with an idea of the need that they're trying to meet, or at least some of the problems in their community that they think with the right amount of creative application they could participate in solving, that would be a great place to start.
Yeah,